up the chat on there next. So for now, hey there everybody on YouTube. This is the Sega Camp Gamer being live here on Twitch TV. I'm actually just making my own little commentary version. I minimize the chat so I don't end up interacting with anyone right now whatsoever. But yeah, I thought I would just make my own little take on the NES Inferior sequel medley, do somewhat of a commentary version on it, or my little 2 cents on my own little medley. I know, because I have no shame. So for now, enjoy. If this thing will play, that's the problem with casting. It always ends up taking like a while before it just gets up to speed. The Famicom version, with as well the original NES version. Okay, let me try that again. That's the thing, you just gotta let it warm up first. Yeah, Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link intro. Like I said before, the Famicom version of Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, with as well the original NES version. And I gotta admit though, I do like that Famicom intro, because the Famicom intro, when I saw the Famicom intro, I was when I first heard of Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, I always kept on wondering, why couldn't they just call it The Legend of Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link? It could have still worked like that. And then I seen the Famicom intro on YouTube, and I was like, yes! It's like, they finally got it right with the Famicom version in Japan. But the NES version ended up being renamed to Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. So, I am very glad they, at least the Famicom version, had The Legend of Zelda 2 in English. Right there, too. Scrolling up now. NES version, and then I just did like a quick fade back to the Famicom. But I decided to go end it off with the original NES version because I noticed the Famicom version was shorter. Like, the text just goes away and then right afterwards just fades away at the top of the screen, and all you see is just the picture of the Master Sword with the plain sky background. Can't handle the first transition, I guess. Me wandering around my room for no ridiculous reason in my greenhouse in my robe. But I figured it may make the perfect transition for Link because it might make the perfect outfit for Link because Link is wearing a green tunic and strangely enough some of you people may say my robe is black, but it's actually a dark greenish color, pretty close to Link's tunic. And this is what I'm going to be wearing when you see me do the Super 3 medley, for when I'm doing Link, of course. And then I just decided, might as well just have a quick switch to Mario, like, so I just quickly swapped the costumes and just put on the Mario outfit. And I'm not wearing the airbag that comes with my Mario costume. Usually the costume I have as well has this little airbag you're supposed to just stick on the front of your chest or on your stomach. But apparently though, it wasn't. I just decided not to bother with it, and I'm just throwing my shirt for no ridiculous reason, pretending it was actually like one of those little snakes you see in World 2 that you throw out with the vase, that you throw out the vases. Oh yeah, Simon Belmont. It's Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest. Man, I really did him a... I wonder how I made sure that it sounded like I was really using the whip or something like that. You could just hear them with the whip. Simon's gonna have a different outfit. Like, Simon's still gonna pretty much look the same for the Super 3 medley, except they're just gonna be wearing a different t-shirt instead. That's what I was actually wearing. I just rolled up the sleeves up to the shoulder, so it looked like I was wearing like those little. So it looked like I was wearing an armpit shirt, but no. It was a t-shirt. I just rolled the sleeves up, made it look like an armpit shirt. I actually don't know what they're supposed to be called. Actually, now that I think about it, I think they're called muscle shirts or something like that. Oh, I guess and I did an upward thrust in my back around the 4-minute mark, if you haven't noticed. Only time you're ever gonna see me doing an upward thrust. Yeah, I made those just to make sure to get that out of the way, so that people started thinking, why was I ducking or doing anything like that? Oh, now what? Oh. Okay, now we're just doing the battle stage themes now. Basically, when you're walking down the field and then an enemy just appears, and the next thing is you're in this little battle stage area. But as well, though, I thought it would be funny that Link did get outside the battlefield. That it was just about the border, and then the game just interrupted him with "What a terrible night for a curse," which is supposed to be a reference from Castlevania 2. And now we're doing, it's going to be Castlevania 2 tunes for like most of the medley now. And now we're in the mansion, doing going on through the mansions in the game. Oh, and this next part that you see coming up here, that part right there, that's actually me using holy water, just in case of... No one did ask me about that yet, though, back when I did the medley, though. But just in case people start asking, it's actually me just throwing holy water, because in the mansions, though, there's all these there's some of these fakeable tiles that end up being like pitfalls, and if you fall right through them, you just either land on the section below, or maybe as well, you may as well just deliberately die in water, since for some screwed up reason, Simon can't actually swim worth a shit. Yeah, I actually said that. And I just decided, though, about that there was some sort of secret passageway to Dracula's castle after that. Which doesn't really which is not really the actual game. It's not like you just get through one of the mansions and then find a secret shortcut to Dracula's castle. And I reenacted Dracula's castle layout, and I really did a sketched out Dracula's castle layout perfectly. If you ever once I get to Great Temple, though, Great Temple is actually a pretty long and elaborate temple, because I just looked at the footage of it from the Famicom version, and it's very, very long.
I finally came here to put an end to your miseryness once and for all. Because You laid a curse on me, and now I'm here to break the curse. And I
actually made a little cut right there.
I'm gonna start what my ancestors started 1,000 years ago when you.
Because I accidentally because if I ever did bring up the actual video right now though, you would actually notice that I actually said about my brother at first before I said my ancestor. So I just made a little cut right there, right where I said brother, and just cut that out. And then afterwards I finally said, and then I just made it, I'm gonna replace it so it made it sound like I said ancestor. So there's a little secret for you. I actually said brother at first, but then I finally cut that out and I just said ancestor instead because Trevor is not really Simon's brother. He's actually more of an ancestor. Like Trevor's actually supposed to be before. And I know and I know this is supposed to be before Castlevania 3, and the third game actually ends up being a precursor to the first two. And instead of having Simon like the first two, we actually end up playing his ancestor known as Trevor.
What is a man? A miserable little pile of
and a reference from Symphony of the Night.
What are you doing?
What is a man? A miserable little pile of secrets. That's actually from Symphony of the Night. In case you don't know, though, when you start off Symphony of the Night, you're actually playing Richter, but the rest of the game you're playing as Alucard. And then when Richter finally makes it to Dracula, there's like a little dialogue scene at first where Richter says, "Die, monster! You don't belong in this world!" And then Dracula's like, "It's not by my hand that I was once again given flesh. I was called here by humans who wish to pay me tribute." And then he's like, "Tribute? You steal men's souls and make them your slaves. Perhaps the same can be said of all religion. Your words are as empty as your soul. Mankind ill needs a savior such as you." And then that's where Dracula finally sits up. "What is a man? A miserable little pile of secrets. But enough talk. How about you?" And then afterwards, it's like a fight between Richter and Dracula. And at the end, though, Richter's supposed to defeat Dracula, and then afterwards, it finally. Basically, though, it's actually the same. It's actually the same fight that we actually seen back in Castlevania Rondo of Blood. That was actually for the PC Engine, and it never did get ported over to the TurboGrafx 16, which kind of sucks. But they finally did bring it later with the Dracula X Chronicles on the PSP. But I finally got the game once it downloaded on the Wii Virtual Console. But sadly, I never did beat the entire game. Instead, I just looked up somebody's walkthrough or actually kind of a review on the internet, actually. So, yeah. Don't you just love the fake blood that I have on my face? Yes, that's actually fake blood right there, people. Saying again, what? You didn't use real actual blood? What? Yeah. Shocking as it sounds. The fake blood formula for that was ketchup. I'm planning to use them as something a little different for the next medley, so it actually does look like actual blood for the Super 3 medley. But for now, the NES Inferior sequel medley, the only thing I ended up using for that fake blood was ketchup. And then it goes into bloody tears. Yeah, there'll still be some fake blood on Simon's face for like the next medley. But only for like a few minutes, and then afterwards, the rest of the medley, I'll just be getting But I don't want to actually ruin what's going to happen. And for some really weird reason, though, doesn't it just look like now I just killed Simon Balvin off like that? You people can just let me know in the comment section on YouTube. But it looks like I just killed him off right there, like he just died, and then afterwards it switches over to Lake going to the Great Temple. I'm not really trying to kill off Simon, but I think I might have, though, for that medley.